Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Merrill Reid, Howard Eskin, and the latest coach in the history of the Philadelphia Eagles, Andy Reid. Andy, it was a long flight home, and no rest for the weary. You went right back to work.
Well, it was. Now, going back to work this time, you're going back to work against the same team. The thing we've got is film that we've got to go over, examine, and get ourselves better on, which is kind of stating the obvious there. But I've got a group of guys that will do that. Not only coaches, they took it to heart today and worked on it. We're coming up with a plan as we speak, and then the players come back tomorrow. A lot of those guys came in today and watched it, so on their day off, so they'll be ready to go.
It's not the first time this has happened. You did this several years ago, played Tampa Bay back-to-back, but they were much different circumstances.
Yeah, it was. No, this was two good football teams playing each other, and they got the best of us, and we were playing for the bye week and NFC East champion, all these things. And listen, we didn't play very well, and we didn't coach very well, we didn't play very well. So it gives us a great challenge this week. Get ourselves ready. It's a playoff game. And fortunate enough to be in the playoffs, to have another game to better ourselves from the last one.
Andy, when you looked at the tapes today, how many plays were open offensively for you that, for whatever reasons, you didn't have plus and you didn't have success?
Well, listen, there were a number of plays open, and there were a few that weren't. So, that's what you go back and examine. When I say,
But you did have open guys in the middle of the field, right? A lot of times.
there were some guys that were open. Listen, let me go back, because I think I know where you're going.
I know that's the problem.
Right, they're coaches that as coaches, we know we could have done a better job. And the thing that I heard on the plane and talking to the players on the way back and then talking to some of them today is the players feel that same way. There are some things that they could have done better. And so it's a team effort, and we all realize what our weaknesses were in that game. That's important. You don't shy away from those and try to get better at those. And what you're saying is there were open guys? Yeah, there were open guys. There were not every play, but there were some open guys and that had opportunities. And those are the guys, whether they caught the ball or it was a poor throw or poor protection or whatever it might have been, those people involved need to do a better job. And then there are plays that were just blanketed. It comes back to the coaching. We need to do a better job of putting players in a better position to give them chances.
You know, you thought that I was going for a criticism of the quarterback, and I think we've seen that. And that's not what I was looking at. The point I'm trying to make is, when you go back there next week, you know you're going to have plays open. It's not going to be a game where you're going to struggle to score points. I don't mean to answer for you. That's what I'm thinking. Do you think this is not going to be a game where you're going to struggle to score points because of what you saw on the tape?
Listen, I go into every game thinking it shouldn't matter how many points they put on the board, that we should outscore them. So, and then on the other side of that, I think I've got a defense that's going to stop them every season. And so that's not the way it worked. Offensively, we didn't score 1 point. Defensively, they scored 24. So there was a problem there on both sides of what I thought would happen. And that's the part I've got to go back in and make sure that we have right. We started today, we get it worked on with players tomorrow and the following day, and we have one more day after that, and we go down there and try it again. So.